Hi, so today we are interviewing our 7th grade science teacher, Miss Householder. And so we're going to ask you a couple questions about your college experience. So, did you go to college?
I did. I went to college, but I have a little bit different story because I went to many colleges over the course of many years. I started out when I graduated from high school, but I married fairly young, and I married a military man, so I went to colleges every time we moved. So I went to colleges in many states, and then I had children and kind of put it on hold. And then when we came here to Fort Worth in 1994, I decided to go to TCU. So I did my last 2 years and graduated from TCU.
Oh.
But at that point, I was already in my 40s, so I graduated as an older student. So I've been to a lot of different universities around the United States.
Oh, that's cool. Okay. Why did you decide to travel with your husband when he was assigned to a different state rather than just staying in one college?
Because I was married. I was married to him, and you're gonna go with your husband. So, actually, I like traveling. And I enjoyed living in every place. And so, we were at each place. We were about 3 years there, but I didn't go to college at every place that we lived. I went in North Dakota. I went to a community college. I went to a college in Colorado Springs, Colorado. I went to another one in Sacramento and Ohio. And then I think the last one, well, I actually went to TCC for 1 year. Yeah, I went to TCC for 1 year. And then over at the, what campus would that be? The one on 820. And then I got accepted in TCU. So.
Okay. Why did you decide to go to college?
Because it was was always an expectation in my family. My mother and father were not college graduates, but I don't know, it was just understood that we were going to. And so that's probably why. And I remember thinking I wanted to be a vet, and so to be a vet, you have to go to college.
Yeah.
I didn't end up going that route, but that's what I originally thought. And I guess that's why. Just being a vet and having a family expectation.
So, did you get any scholars, or was this all out of
You mean a
pocket?
scholarship?
Yeah.
No, I did not. However, my husband worked at TCU, and when you're an employee of TCU, the spouse and children have a benefit. They have a benefit that they can go to TCU. So I had to pay for, I think it was books and something else, but the rest of it was paid for. But I graduated magna cum laude, so I did pretty well.
Okay. Did your college help you get a good job?
Yeah, I imagine so. I did not end up being a vet, but I really through the years got into fitness. I really liked fitness, and so I liked learning about the human body and what it can do, and physiology and anatomy and things. And so I ended up at that time at TCU, they had two programs. You could be in the kinesiology program, or you could be in the fitness sort of wellness program. So at the time, in order to graduate in a couple years, it made sense for me to take the fitness one. And I did that, and so it was mostly kinesiology with anatomy, and then it had a business portion to it, because the whole idea of that track was to end up being in a wellness program, working for corporations, or you know, working as a fitness professional, which is what I did. I ended up working at Colonial Country Club, and at the time I was the assistant fitness director at the Colonial Country Club, which is, you know, the big golf country club.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So it helped me just personally, because I was in the fitness world for a long time, teaching in various aspects and training people, and of course that helped me to understand how to train people, and what their bodies can do and can't do, and you know, how to be safe and all that. So yeah, helped me.
Okay, so going back to the question before, why does like anatomy and stuff like interest you? 'Cause
Why?
as you were saying that, I was like,
I don't know. Good question. I guess just because I was always interested. My family was fairly athletic. We were always really active. And so, you know, I liked physical fitness, and so it's just my nature. I wanted to understand, okay, so what is happening in the body? What are the muscles doing? How do you train muscles? You know, what's going on?
Mm.
So, and I like science, so I guess that would be why.
okay, and then what did you major in?
Well, it was. I'm trying to remember the title of it at that time. I don't. It's had something to do with fitness, but I can't remember what the title of that major was.
Mm.
But like I said, it was mostly physiology and anatomy, and then with a business side to it. So. Let me think. What else might you want to know?
Why did you decide to become a 7th grade teacher?
Oh, the science. Okay. So I had that degree, right? And it had quite a bit of science in it. And so what happened was, actually there was a big layoff at Colonial Country Club. I was there probably 10 years, and then they had a big turnover, and I was one of the ones that went on the way out, because they had a new general manager, and he sort of got rid of the old folks and brought in his new people. So and that happens a lot in business. And so I thought, well, what am I going to do? And I really didn't want to pick up the fitness thing again in a profession. And so I was thinking, well, what do I do? You know, what is it that I do? I was just kind of doing a self-evaluation of what is it that I do. And I basically all my life have always done things, teach people, whether I'm teaching them how to do exercise, teaching them how to ride a horse, so I've sort of been a teacher always, in some capacity. So I thought, okay, and then I like science, and so I thought, well, that's a fit, you know, I will do that. So I had to go back to TCC and take there. I just needed a couple of science courses to complete the requirements to be a science teacher. And then I went to an alternative teaching program through Tarleton State, and that's another college in where is that? Is that down at Stephenville? Well, anyway, so I I went to school again. I think that took a year and a half, and became a science teacher. So, and why did I choose 7th grade? I don't know why I chose 7th grade. But I did. I don't know. I looked at it and I thought, you know, I kind of like that middle school group. So,
yeah.
Although they drive me crazy. But,
and you got to dissect the frog.
Yeah. So.
How many questions do we have left? Were you counting?
So, well, you know, as far as like the college experience, a lot of you have when you're young and go right after high school.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you have that dorm life and things like
Yeah.
that. And so I didn't have that because I was already married. So my experience was I didn't have the social part of the college experience that a lot of
So you didn't
kids.
live on the actual campus you went to?
No, because I was married and had my own home, and then I had children. So,
So you didn't really have time to like
no,
be away from home.
didn't have the party life.
Yeah.
But and some campuses, I think, as I recall at TCC, seemed like there were more students my age, you know, that were already
Yeah.
grown adults. But at TCU was a lot of young. I was with a lot of young.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly younger.
So from like Juilliard, and I think it's called Dallas Baptist College.
Baptist
They
University.
Yeah, they require people like freshmen and stuff like that to live
Mm-hmm.
on the campus for
Yeah.
like a year. Were you required to?
No, because
Oh. Okay. Trying to think how many questions we have. Well, I mean, I guess we're done because we're at 12 minutes.
Okay.
So, thank you so
Thank
much.
you.
Thank you.
And yeah.
All right.
So, bye.